Oh, I was just feeling professional today, Chris McGraw.
I know it was a nice slow,
real nice and
real slow play out, and you knew coming in with a great clap.
New year, new Chris.
Yeah.
Well, we have to do a little better than we did last week. Miguel was dog doo on the mic last week.
Was it just three? I didn't catch.
No, it was Joe's too. Joe was nice enough to come and do the podcast. Joe came for the podcast, went home, waited till 11, and then came in and met us out.
And came back with us to Radius, which was an awesome choice.
Happy New Year, ladies and gentlemen!
You get Radius.
We are in 2025. Woo! First podcast. When I went to do the date and time on there, I went to 24, and I was like, no,
we can't do that
anymore. First podcast. Feeling good. And it's a Saturday night. God, it would be nice if we get the original crew here
for a Saturday.
For a freaking Saturday pod. We have gifts to give away. We got all types of fun stuff.
We got stories to talk about.
And Mr. Keneally, MB, holding down Joe Keneally like
holding court, and making Joe stay back.
Whatever. It is what it is. We'll get through it today, I guess. But for that reason, we decided a little. Chris is such a nice guy.
A mensch, as they would say, Pat.
Mensch. And got the 25 days of whiskey, and we need to try some. So I will pour these.
When this would be done in December?
Yeah, it should have. December we're not drinking the night, really. So
let's look at it this way, Pat. The first weekend in December.
Oh, I understand why we haven't drank in a while. I get that.
Well, the first weekend in December, me and Peter were not around to do the podcast with you guys.
Sure.
Second weekend was T-Box weekend. I don't think that was the bright idea.
Wait, were you guys in December? First weekend in December?
With John down in his brewery.
That's right. Correct.
The second weekend was T-Box morning.
Oh, that was 217.
That would not have been a good choice either.
And then the following weekend,
I wasn't there.
Yeah, you were not there because you had to take your mom out for dinner. And then the following weekend after that, you weren't there because you had to
was in Wisconsin.
You were in Wisconsin. So it just there was no opportunity to do this.
I made my triumphant return.
You have.
Chris, you can pour
not
to be a jerk.
Yeah, that's so you don't have to reach over.
Okay, so let's get Pat Lynch. We'll start with you, buddy.
Awesome. Let's do it.
Number 22.
Get back on that bull.
It's never great. It's never good when you get a little too drunk on something. Like tequila and me. We just don't ever. What's up? And that's not your phone either. Or is it? No, that's not your phone either. Where's your phone at? All right. So number 22, as you step, Patrick, this is for you. As you step into the hollow quietude of the hotel's library, a sanctuary of wisdom lined with the works of the world's most esteemed poets, today's whiskey selection becomes a token of shared genius. Imagine, if you will, sipping the liquid masterpiece that is the Wiseman, amidst the whispers of literary legends, a camaraderie born of shared taste, not shattered.
Shattered.
Both in the writing word and the distilled spirit, a refined yet spirited dialogue across time.
I mean, I don't know about you.
That was quite a mouthful there.
I don't know about you, Pat, but I just went 6 to midnight on that one. Baby.
I mean, I don't know if I should drink it or marry it at this point.
The Wiseman, straight Kentucky bourbon. The Wiseman is a distinct blend that marks a new era in bourbon appreciation.
So it's a newer brand, it sounds like?
This exceptional whiskey is the result of carefully selecting and combining 4 unique Kentucky straight bourbons.
Wait, it's combining 4 different bourbons?
Selecting and combining 4 unique Kentucky straight bourbons.
Fuck.
Unique.
So it's a blend then?
Chosen specifically for their individual flavors and characteristics. Crafted to offer a profound bourbon experience. The Wiseman bourbon boasts an approachable proof, inviting both aficionados and those new to bourbon explore its depths.
What's the proof?
49%.
No, 45.4%.
Oh, yeah. The other one was like 60-something.
Discover the elegance and the balance of the Wiseman bourbon.
Yeah, you gave him the different one. I told him to give him Pinhook, but
I got Pinhook.
I have a bottle of Pinhook at home.
Yeah, I know. That's why I told him to give you.
I wouldn't probably remember what it tastes like, but I got it.
I got Pinhook.
Oh, nice.
So let's go to 18. Oh, wait, you got 17, right, Chris?
I have 17.
You want to? Oh, and you poured it? Okay.
I poured it. It's a little oaky at the end.
Not so bad? Okay.
Not bad.
In the heart of the hotel's esteemed kitchen, an unexpected delight unfolds. An exclusive midday indulgence hosted by the hotel chef, featuring your 17th whiskey of the Advent, Whistle Pig, the remarkable gesture of hospitality set against the backdrop of a clinking silverware and comforting buzzes of ovens. will surely etch into itself into your memory as a moment when culinary excellence and the artistry of whiskey in your hand blend into a sublime vacation experience.
Sublime.
Isn't
vacation.
Whistle Pig from like Vermont or somewhere up there?
I think so. It's somewhere in
Like northeast, right? Far northeast.
Yeah. Whistle Pig, 50% alcohol by volume.
This is the bottle Joe gave us for his
Whistle Pig
for being in his wedding.
I think I tried this one.
100 proof bourbon steals the spotlight with its bold, fearless approach and unexpected sweetness. Poured from their signature grains other half, it starts with a high corn mash bill while keeping a dash of rye. Of
Is this yours or his? Sorry.
Mine.
That says 6 long years in the charred barrels adds layers of flavor before bottling at 100 proof. It is a bourbon that excludes fearlessness, impressive maturity, and a high-octane kick. Piggyback is not just another bourbon. It is a celebration of Whistle Pig's commitment to the excellence, potency, and delightful twist that keeps you coming back.
Yeah, it smells potent as shit.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever see how they do the charring of like the barrels like that?
No.
It's like kind of art because there's like different like different levels of char, but they basically set it on fire. But you have to like set it on fire enough that it doesn't like char it too much or too little. It's kind of a cool thing to watch.
Okay.
Interesting.
And number 18. On the enchanting evening of the 18th, as the grand ballroom comes alive with majestic melodies and dancing couples, your hand finds its perfect partner in today's whiskey selection. Amidst the swirls of gowns and whispered promises of the night, each shit, bitch. Each sip of the Pinhook bourbon performs an intricate dance on your palate. 'Tis but a flawless fusion of elegance and spirited delight, ensuring the memory of this evening is as timeless as the amber elixir in your glass.
These people put a lot of effort in these descriptions.
This year, yeah,
this is tremendous.
This year, normally they just give you cards to tell you what the flavor
notes are. Big words, throwing off Peter over here. Like I've never seen some of these words.
Pinhook, there are a few. Pinhook Kentucky Straight Bourbon is the result of a supreme approach to the whiskey making. Within the historic castle and key distillery, Pinhook crafts a distinct batch annually to capture the unique essence of its barrels at the present or precise moment, ensuring each vintage celebrates the complexity and balance derived from meticulous barrel selection and timing. With it, a custom mash bill and small batch blending, Pinhook Straight Bourbon stands out as a bold, smooth spirit that is versatile enough for the cocktails, yet robust when enjoyed neat or on ice. Every Pinhook vintage offers a new expression of bourbon.
Nice.
All right, boys.
These things sound as good as descriptions. They would be all phenomenal. I'm guessing.
I mean, you'd be drunk all the time, Pat. You'd be like pounding down 3 bottles.
That I could see if you had gotten too wasted on this, how that could be a tad bit difficult to get back on the horse.
I mean, I was so struggling on New Year's Eve. I'm like, there's no hard liquor. I just want a beer. I just want a beer.
This is nice. It's easy.
I saw Brian over an old fashioned. I'm like, that would have been a good idea. You know.
Had I not died 2 days ago.
Had I died 2 days ago in bourbon. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is gonna be a very nice, easy, light night. Because this last weekend, the
Saturday and
Did
Monday.
you guys go to Radius twice? Is that what I heard?
We got free tickets to Radius.
Yeah,
Miguel got free tickets.
So on Saturday they had a DJ there. Me and Pierre never heard of. Funny name, Tin Liquor.
How about Habstract before Timmy Trumpet?
That was kind of
It was
interesting.
a weird name too.
Yeah.
But Miguel got they sent out an email because he's seen this guy before, and he's like, put your name on the list and we'll get you a free entry. And so
how late were you out Saturday night?
We left there about
I got home probably 3.
Yeah, I mean because we went from.
So you guys went out. You went there Saturday night.
And then
Saturday,
Monday.
And Sunday, nothing Sunday night.
No.
Then you
Joe
went
got
Monday.
wasted Sunday.
Yeah.
With the
in-laws.
well, yeah, Sarah didn't get too drunk. She was able to drive them home, but he drank
Nice.
Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Me and Joe had some Sunday fun days,
Oh yeah.
which were not so fun Mondays.
So me and Peter ended up. We went to. Oh, what we do? We went from there to Beauty Bar. Beauty Bar cleared out at 1:30.
But you left. You went from the DJ to Beauty Bar.
Yeah,
because we only stayed there until 12:30, 12:45.
The guy was the guy on that early.
He didn't go on. We just weren't feeling it.
The music, it was more trancey, visual. You get high and watch these people do this stuff.
Yeah. That's not my thinking.
Yeah. So we went from there, and then we went to Lottie's, I believe.
Did Miguel go with Ollie's?
No. They were done probably about 2-ish.
And then me, Peter, and Joe went home after that, from Lottie's straight home.
Nice. Yeah, and then the next day we had and the other reason was we had a Christmas party, so we weren't really the next day we weren't really drinking.
Mm-hmm.
Sunday, Christmas party, whatever, chill. Monday, had to work like most people.
Yep.
I did too. It was rough.
Yeah.
So rough.
And then Tuesday, Monday went out and saw Ma Pete, which was a blast. But didn't stay. He was going. He did a hell of a set.
He was going 3 hours. I think
Yeah.
we left about 2:30.
Yeah. And Tuesday had to get up early for meetings, which was terrible. Tuesday we went out, saw Timmy Trumpet, which was tremendous, unbelievable show.
Tuesday? Yeah, it was Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday.
Minus I felt like he called it so early, dude.
Yeah, but if you looked it up, he had to be in Florida the next day for a day
But that
club.
shouldn't. I mean,
I'm guessing the venue also has something to do with that, is what I was thinking too.
I was quite shocked. I thought he'd at least go to 1:30. I figured they'd be done at 2.
Yeah.
Like they'd kick everybody out at 2, but I figured 1:30 at least.
Katrina enjoyed it.
this pinhook is. I like this. It's been a while since we've had bourbon. I've made the decision ladies and gentlemen, as you get older, you can't drink as many things as you used to, and for me, hard liquor, those hangovers after hard liquor, any hard liquor now, are just not worth it. When you mix the amount of beer and a hard liquor, I'm just out. I'm just going to go to beer.
Could just have a few less beers.
I could. Yep.
Ignorant talk.
Yeah.
You could do it. You and I do the same problem. Is that you have one teaspoon Sprite and you're like, ooh, that was nice, and then you have a second teaspoon Sprite, and that's probably pushing a little bit, and then you're like, why not have it? Why not go for the hat trick? And then the hat trick is what really fucks you.
And then you die.
Peter mentioned it to me on Sunday that he was like, yeah, I've realized I can't do it. Then Monday night, these guys ordered, or Joe ordered them Grey Goose and Sprite.
Yeah, I wouldn't want that. Gotta get the Tito's.
They don't have Tito's.
Grey Goose is a little spicier.
Well, no. Joe almost screwed this up. He's lucky I was with them because they're like, we have some like Russian well vodka or Grey Goose. I'm like, Grey Goose, easy choice. Yeah. Joe's like humoring him about maybe no, you guys would have died if you had the other stuff that they were trying to pander to you. I'm like, nope.
I forget. It's Skull vodka. Somebody was asking me like, what's the worst and I was like, vodka you've ever had. Like Skull vodka is definitely the worst, and that's usually what they go with for the well.
The real, yeah. Well, back in the day, Tito's was the well. That would have been a nice.
That's still a well at some places.
It's nice,
dude. I think that the one bar on the bar in California that we went to one time with Nicole. I think it might have been almost a year now ago, and Ben came, and that bar, their well was Tito's.
Yeah, Katrina's mom used to, like, when she's bartending, that was like the well vodka.
Wow.
Man, they just had it so much better, but growing up.
They did.
Kids these days.
Yeah, they don't get it. They'll never know. But yeah, and so New Year's was good. New Year's Day, woke up about noon, went to the gym. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Onto the diet. Carnival month for the boys, minus Pat and Joe. So me and Chris really the only ones on the carnival diet. We're adding a little bit.
Is it carnival or carnivore?
Carnivore.
I like carnivore.
But we're keeping veggies.
We're keeping small amounts of veggies.
So the carnival diet is a carnivore diet with veggies?
Yeah, pretty much.
And we're going, the goal is to get down to 185, 190 by May 3rd. So it's going to
Not for me, Pat. Don't worry.
Chris is not eating, I guess.
Yeah.
But
starving myself.
And again, I think we talk. If you go check out every New Year's, the podcast after New Year's, and us on this diet, I say this every time. It's that I feel so much better starting this diet, sleeping better, energy levels are better. It's getting off the sugar.
And then by the end of January, you're in fucking rage mode because you've only eaten meat all month.
You're honestly, you're so.
And you're so sick of the crap, eating the same 5 things over and over again.
You get so.
Yeah, I would say like the redundancy or the redundantness of the diet is probably the hard part, right?
It is. Yeah. I don't know how I did it when we did it the first time back in like 2020, where I did it for like 8 months.
So are you planning on staying it until April?
Oh yeah, I am for sure.
I plan on just kind of. I mean, there'll probably be like a cheat day or two because mine and Pierre's birthdays also fall into this time frame, and I'm going to at least enjoy one of our birthdays.
Some pasta, baby.
Or pizza, or sandwich, or
some
something.
Real pizza.
Yeah, not the meat lovers. That the crustless sausage crust pizza from Lou Malnati's. Something that.
Oh, like an actual pizza with dough.
Actual pizza.
Pizza.
Maybe a stuffed crust.
So did you have and then me, Chris, and Pat on Pat's 9:30 text on New Year's Day that almost got him killed.
Yeah.
I was at the gym by 10, baby.
Really, on New Year's Day?
Yeah.
You felt that good?
Yeah, I was good.
I was so tired. I wasn't like hungover at all.
Don't forget, I probably slept the better part of the 2 days before then.
That's
fair.
That's a good move. Today was kind of tough. So I went to bed last night at maybe 11-ish, 11:30, close to maybe 11:30.
Oof.
And I was up at 8, and I was just like, man, I wanted to sleep so long.
I
But
had
I
a
knew.
weird thing happened to me on the gym at New Year's Day.
I really wanted to sleep in more, but I knew that the gym was going to be an absolute shit show.
It wasn't bad at all when I was there.
Saturday today it was not fun. So that's why the only reason I got up, Chris, was I knew that we had to do it.
Well, even Wednesday when we went,
we
went like
when I went at 10, it was like a normal morning. It wasn't. I can get anything I wanted to get on.
when we got there, like I mean, me and Pierre on Wednesdays do like light legs, but we're more cardio, and like we did the elliptical for 30 minutes because the treadmills were filled up, and we luckily got like 15 minutes.
I was on the treadmill, and I was in the treadmill next to the one that had like a no service, and then there was the one I was on, and there was like an empty one next to me, and like this lady was like got out, and like her friend came and like slapped her, and she's like, "I'm going on this one," and I'm like, well, "That's kind of weird."
She wanted to be next to you, buddy.
She's like a mid-50s Polish lady with a tight outfit, way too tight for.
Let me get
age.
next to Pat Lynch real quick.
I was like, nope.
I like the smell of nasty bourbon in the morning.
More like probably Michelob Ultra coming off me.
Yeah,
fair.
Yeah. What was I going to say? No, so it's been kind of tough getting a treadmill to run on. I'm hoping to convince Chris to go for a outside run tomorrow.
Oh, you stupid bitch!
The export bias you can't get, or the LA Fitness bias, you can't get a treadmill.
Sundays usually not as busy as Saturday.
Yeah, I might try to just get used to running outside because it's gonna suck. But
it's gonna be pretty cold tomorrow, still, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then we're supposed to maybe get some rain or snow. I mean, Monday to Sunday to Monday.
Terrific.
I know. I think we'll shovel snow. But that's what happens when you live in the Midwest, ladies and gentlemen. We also moved down to somewhere warmer.
Yeah, so we can pay somebody to shovel our snow.
Hell yeah, baby. All right. So one of my favorite segments is last week's news to start off this week.
Oh, baby.
This is kind of crazy. I didn't hear. So I felt kind of bad. Then again, I don't really have any like news things on my phone, or like I don't really check the news. So I didn't know about the New Orleans thing till like January 2nd.
I actually saw it when I was at the gym. Was when I saw it.
Yeah, that's where I saw it too.
I had CNN on.
And I think me and Chris actually talked on New Year's Day, but I didn't really get all the details until the next day. And it was 15 people died. That's insane.
And a bunch more injured too, I believe.
Yeah,
a lot of people injured.
Is that the final count now, or was it because the people obviously were injured?
I didn't look up
I haven't looked up the final count, but as of like Friday, it was still like 15. And
well, that's good. Nobody else died at least.
He was an American-born citizen from Texas. Was in the military, and somehow, God knows how that person went to ISIS as the.
There's also a thing in Vegas too with a guy.
Well, they don't. So that was the other thing I was going to bring up. Is that that could have been a lot worse had it not been for the Tesla Cybertruck. Like it contained that blast a lot more than they thought that.
Well, he's trying to send a message. I felt like with that one.
Elon Musk, so that his car sucks?
No, that like he blew up a Tesla truck in front of the Trump Hotel.
Who is this?
That's some guy.
Oh, they don't know who it is. I heard about this.
He was an active Green Beret.
Did anybody die from that one? Hopefully not, right?
I don't think so. I think they just
a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Injuries.
Yeah, no one. He died, and then
he was in the car, I believe.
I think 8 to 10 people.
His wife had like just left him or something. So they don't think that was like a terrorist attack, like a organized terrorist attack, just like a one-off kind of guy.
And both these guys talk about having some bad publicity. Both these guys rented their cars on Turo, Turo, where you can put
rent your car. Yeah, I looked at that. I looked at that once was in San Francisco because I was trying to rent a car for the day, and I wasn't sure if it'd be that or like an actual car agency would be cheaper.
Yeah,
the regular car was cheaper.
But we could do it for our cars.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I've seen a couple commercials for it.
You get someone who's popping your back and get your car.
Yeah.
I just felt like what's gonna have like someone wreck your car, right? You're like, God damn it.
Or they're gonna do some nasties in there.
I saw this thing.
Or you're never getting it back.
I saw this video the otday. It was like it was like a light. It was like, tell us about a life hack that no one else knows about. And she's like, whenever I need new tires for my car, I just go rent the same car from an agency and swap the tires.
That's not a bad move.
I'm sure. Like, I'm like, that seems like a shitty move.
I wonder if they could tell.
I'm sure they could. I'm sure the people at the agencies probably track that. I'm guessing they seem to like track all the other shit in the cars. But I don't know. It's an interesting thing.
That is an interesting thing because
you got to make sure you got the same in the rims too.
Yeah.
Do you? Well, no. Couldn't you just literally swap the entire thing?
Well, to do that, you have to take the tires off the rim and then rebalance them and stuff. So.
Well, no. I'm saying, couldn't you just?
Well, no. He's saying that you just take
rim and all.
Rim and all.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but if they don't have the same rims, like someone might know.
Yeah,
Might have said the car rims are different.
But I'm assuming this lady's probably like having the same exact.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. It just seemed like it was kind of a wild thing.
It is wild because, like, do you really would like a car, you would assume that the car dealership would take a look at everything.
Yeah, you got to drive a car that's like probably
Newer
mass produced
car.
similar. Yeah.
Because they don't keep those cars for very long.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they get turned out because they drive. They get 30, 40,000 miles a mile. Like a year, and they do a couple of years, and they sell them usually.
Then another one was there was a drive-by shooting in New York that hit like at like Sunday night.
It was like a club thing, yeah.
Or maybe I forget what day it was, but like yeah.
It was like a benefit club thing, and someone like shot up the people walking in.
They think 4 people were shooting, and they shot
wow.
up. They hit 8 people, but nobody died.
Well,
New York
good.
City.
Oh, wow.
It's good that they had bad aim.
Yeah, I mean, isn't that crazy? 3 things in 1 week, and then the week before we didn't talk about this, but like, you guys see all the? Maybe it was actually this week too. All the airplane issues.
I saw the one about like what
South
was it?
Korea.
Yeah, it was South Korea. Yeah,
And it hit.
Well, the one plane in Russia, and then they go over the one that got shot down.
Oh, I did. Yeah, I knew there was another one. I didn't actually.
But a bunch of people survived that plane crash somehow.
Wow.
only 2 people survived. The South Korea
the South
one.
Korea one where it ran off the runway. That looked infinitely less bad than the other crash, and that thing just blew up in flames, and everyone that poor plane except for the 2 people in the way. I think it was the 2 crewmen in the way back in the plane. The only people got out.
Wow. And that's because was it taking off or was it landing?
It was landing.
Oh man, it had that much fuel to do that much of a.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure.
And that's what they were thinking. They were thinking that maybe it didn't. The wheels didn't get out.
Yeah, they're thinking that the landing gear didn't come down. But I mean, you got to think there's like some kind of sensor that tells the pilots that the landing gear has not come down.
Pull up.
They're investigating. Like
because I think there's like they can loop around. I think you can go. I think pilots can go down and like manually trigger it. I think it's like there's a failsafe on those planes.
There's a failsafe to manually trigger it. But the other thing is that South Korea is taking like their military and everybody, and they're examining every single plane that they have in their country to make sure this doesn't happen again, which is wild.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Dude, I mean, the video is insane.
The other one was insane. Where people were like, the one dude was like, did a video. The one that got shot down, did like a video like telling his family like, goodbye and everything. He survived. like, but it was still like people were like on the plane like.
I have to look that one up. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Why did it get shot down? Do you know?
I think it got diverted slightly off its course because of fog, and I think it was like flying over like the Chechnya, Russian kind of area, which is like very contested area.
Yeah.
And I think the Russians or someone shot at it, I believe.
Wow.
Just didn't care. Just saw a plane that they weren't.
I mean, that's what happened. What happened to with the one the Malaysia plane that went missing. The other one there was another Boeing, another 737 or whatever 777 that went down. That was shot down in that over that area because the same shit. They didn't care. They're like, it's in our airspace. Boom, gone.
Jesus.
Like that one was just a straight like they launched a missile at it.
I mean, get the.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta if you look at like, there's certain routes that you probably just don't want to fly for safety reasons. Certain countries you just don't want to be in there near that airspace.
Yeah, nowhere near anywhere.
Like I don't want to be anywhere near like the Russia and all those other stand countries.
Yeah, or
like
North Korea, any other.
Yeah, I mean North Korea is coming down probably. If you're coming south and if you're coming like from the south part into South Korea, it's probably fine normally. Besides that, crashed off.
The South Korean. Did you guys talk about South Korea and North Korea? The South Korean president who staged a coup. They issued he got a warrant for his arrest because
South Korea, North Korea.
South Korea.
The president there declared martial law and then
the coup,
and then tried to prevent people from coming the parliament to come in to vote to.
I missed this one completely.
Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't see this story at all.
Yeah, this
is crazy. This fucked up the markets for a little bit because he tried to pretty much take over South Korea because he couldn't get anything done. Because the parliament, but so that
Trump's looking like, is that gonna work?
And it didn't.
Gonna work.
The military listened to Congress, and then so he was so they're trying to interview him, and he missed. He's not going to the interviews, so they sent out a warrant for his arrest. And his supporters did a hand chain around his mansion. So like they're trying to figure out how, and so they called it off because they don't want to They don't want to cause like. They don't want to like.
They don't want to look like assholes.
It's kind of crazy. I thought that Korea. I thought was a very like.
That's what I said when you watched that podcast. We talked about this. I'm like, you'd think South Korea, but I guess it's actually there's a lot of issues with like one guy gets into be like Chris. We talked about this. Like the president or their head guy gets in, and then he's usually like immediately chosen as like he's just a terrible dude.
Yeah, like he can't get anything done because he takes control, but like the other party has control of Parliament, so they won't approve anything he wants to do. They
Sounds
won't approve
familiar.
anything.
Oh yeah.
Sounds familiar.
Well,
But like they also have issues of like Max brought up when this came out is they have a problem with like big dictatorships and like it's like into like 1980 was like the first time that they held like free elections where you could vote who was in power.
Yeah.
And they just haven't gotten
You
shit
think
done.
you think they'll be happy with all the K-pop going around? You know.
But they still have like their economy's doing well. I mean, it's a very like
Progressive country.
Yeah,
so.
democracy kind has worked there and capitalism has worked, so they're much better off than North Korea. But at the same time, it's
kind of wild.
yeah.
Yeah.
So look more into that.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
I thought you were going to tell us that the guy from South Korea, the president, defected to North Korea.
How about a moment of silence for Jimmy? For Jimmy.
For Jimmy.
Jimmy Carter, baby.
Oh, when did he pass away?
It's like New Year's Day or
Yeah,
Eve.
like the day before. Yeah.
103. 100. Sorry.
It was in hospice for like 3 or 4 years.
Almost 2 years.
Crazy.
They showed a picture of him like because they took him back to his home.
He's been at home for a long time.
Oh, I thought they took him home for.
They took him back. Like he got into hospice in like February 23, and he's just like,
Been in his
or
house
like
since
they were
then.
like he went to hospital, and they're like, he's like, nah, I don't want like any more life saving treatment. I've run my course, like I'm good. Like when it happens, it happens.
Saving the American taxpayers.
And, yeah,
Thanks,
he's
Jimmy.
And he's like, no, well, it didn't work out that way because he went home and went to hospice care, and he survived almost 2 more years.
I mean, it was a
I'm
very,
sorry.
very good
I thought I
humanitarian.
heard that they brought him home so he could pass away. Like maybe
No, he was at home and just waiting to pass.
maybe he went to the hospital for something and then they brought him back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. But so he passed, and I saw a picture of him like them like wheeling him, and at 100 years old, he did not look great.
He had a good run.
Yeah.
Good, seemed like a good dude.
The U.S. Oldest World War II veteran passed away, and he was the oldest, I think, the oldest male in America at 110 this week.
Katrina's grandpa's got a while to go to catch him.
How old is his grandpa?
I think he's 96 currently. And I think he turns 90. He's either 97 going to 98 or 96 going to 97, and he turns. Next birthday's in May.
And has anybody got his full story from World War II?
I mean, I don't know.
It's not. It's always worth. That's like a big.
He doesn't talk about this time in the Air Force. He doesn't or the Navy. He doesn't like talking about his time in the Navy.
Was he actually in the war in the Navy or no?
I believe so.
He
He just doesn't like the Navy. He didn't like being in the Navy.
Yeah.
That's why he was drafted again and he joined the Air Force, which we wanted it to be part of.
Okay. I wonder. I mean,
He heard the Village People song. He didn't like it. In the Navy.
maybe he just didn't like being in the actual like the boats where.
Something about the Navy in general he didn't like. I never really asked him that much.
Okay. All right. But yeah,
So we can
110.
sail the 7 seas.
The next oldest male in the United States right now is 106.
Still pretty good.
And then Chris told me that the world's oldest person at 116 has passed away.
Bummer.
Yep.
Do you want to like? If you could be 116, would you? Was that a?
I think it all depends on your quality of life, right?
Yeah.
If you were like, do you drop dead at 116? But if like you're like if you've been confined to like a chair and doing nothing but watch TV for like 15 years, then like I don't know if I want to be
Yeah,
doing
that
that.
sounds pretty bad. Yeah.
I don't know. So I always feel like
But you'd be like Stan's grandpa chasing death. Get your ass back here.
I always feel like quality of life is the key, right? Like what if you have a quality of life, or if you're not, then I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It's hard to say when you're not in that situation, right? So
Yep. Yeah. I wonder if you're ever like, all right, it's just like Stan's dad actually like, all right, time to call it
yeah, Katrina's grandpa's kind of
in that situation.
he seemed to be doing better at Christmas.
That's good.
He was eating a little bit finally.
Good man.
Well,
It's one of those things like it's like I think it's when like the holidays are around and a bunch of people around, I think it's better. But then like like Katrina and Amir are here, and Katrina's parents are in Alaska, and so like there's not as many people around. He probably gets he's in the house. It's not as much social companionship.
Yeah. It's a little bit more empty. Not as many people around.
who's there with him 24/7?
The one brother is living there currently. He was in the Air Force in Norway, and then he's kind of he's retired. I think I'm not sure exactly his full story job wise, but he's been there. But he gets up at like noon, so like the whole morning, like, and then the aunt's there at night. Katrina's one aunt's there at night. She drives down from like La Crosse, which is like an hour away.
Oh, every day.
Yep,
Woo.
That's nice.
that's no different than your guys' drive, really.
Mine's like ours. Like I guess that's not.
Well, for Peter's like full drive probably.
Like
not,
yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's not significantly different.
It's fair. Yeah, you don't think about
And
that.
the traffic is not like as bad, right? It's probably a longer distance, but the traffic is like there's not as much traffic.
What's the Christmas Day dinner at the Myers family?
I don't know. I wasn't there for it.
What do they usually do? Typically do?
I mean, I've only been there for Thanksgiving ever.
Oh, really? You've never done Christmas there?
No.
Okay.
My mom's
Your
birthday. So.
What was the typical Lynch Christmas dinner?
My dad made a ham this year.
Oh, nice.
Ham, nice.
It's good ham.
Lauren's dad on Christmas Eve bought 2 hams because these people at Honey Baked Ham, tremendous, and their sides unfreaking believable. The mac and cheese was out of this world. They left a lot of they left pretty much the mac and cheese for the kids, and I got a scoop.
Peter's
of
over there beating kids out of the way.
I got a scoop of it, and I was like, oh, baby, got to get 2 of these next year.
Peter's big booting kids off the table.
Peter's like, hey, listen, I know what's up here.
We talked about how like back in the day when we were growing up, like us as kids, we never sat down if there wasn't enough seats for adults. Like kids now, they make sure the kids to eat, like grab food first. Kids are all settled, and then the adults grab food.
We would just get food on our kids' table, and then they would give us our plates, and then go to the kids' table.
Yeah, no.
That's what we did back in the day. Me, Joe, and Katie were at a table.
Is it? Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's true. I forgot about that. Did you do anything fun for New Year's Day, like food wise?
For New Year's Day.
You got up at 10 to go work out.
Yeah, I don't even remember what I ate for dinner, to be honest.
Really? I had ribs. They were okay.
My dad made ribs, I think. What did I do?
Instant pot ribs were not on point this time. I think I probably got to do a little longer. I was a little, not truly, and they might have been the ribs too from Myers. Chris's sausages were weird.
No, they were not good. I was not happy.
But the ribs were just not on point either for me.
Oh, I had leftover chili. I think that's what I ate. I had chili.
Do you have chili for New Year's Eve's dinner was pretty good too.
I had some chili that I left over, so.
Okay. All right.
That I made a couple days before.
Walmart's version of the Hermes Birkin. Do you know what Hermes Birkin is?
It's a bag, I believe.
How the hell do you know that?
I don't know.
I
think Katrina might have mentioned it before that she had a knockoff version of a Hermes.
No fucking chance I would have gotten
Walmart has their version of the Hermes Birkin, and it's on fire right now. Guess how much a Hermes bag could cost?
A real one?
A real one.
$500.
$10,000.
This is absolutely insane. Hermes bags list Birkin bags. I'm sorry, Hermes bags that list Birkin bags between $26,500 all the way up to $399,999.
That's more than my house.
Well, what makes these bags so great?
A standard model Birkin, which takes up to 40 hours to make by hand by a single artisan, can start at around.
It's made by white people. That's what's wrong with it. It's made by white people. That's the cost.
Yeah.
Bro, that's insane.
Blow me.
What would you do with a $399,000 bag? What is so special about that? If you have that
I'd
bag,
murder somebody.
But if you had that bag, would anybody really know? Like walking around that's that. Like to me, it's not like you have like a Rolex or like a Lambo driving around or something like. To me, like that's just a bag. I would never even notice someone.
I'm gonna look it up now, and I'm gonna find somebody, and I'm just gonna steal it, and they're gonna be like, "Oh my god, why do you want my bag? I know what it is."
They probably got a built-in air tag or something on that thing.
Probably.
Walmart is selling one that looks like it for $80. They're sold out actually, so you can't really get it, ladies.
I'm sure.
I'm sorry.
Hermes bag.
So here's another crazy part. Rolexes, on average, went up 14 to 20% last year.
Don't wear watches.
Do you know why they went up 14 to 20%, Chris?
Because of the gold that's in it.
Yeah, price of gold has skyrocketed. I think price of gold is up 40% year over year.
I mean, I do admire the nice little good watch, but I don't wear watches.
$27,900 for these stupid ass bags. These are they're glorified computer bags.
Do you guys have a pick for the Super Bowl yet? We're getting close. Is it feeling like?
Like pick who's going to be in the Super Bowl or who's going to win the Super Bowl?
Let's start with who do you right at this point, and then we'll pick once we get closer. We'll see who landed closest.
Buffalo, Detroit.
That's who I'd like to be in the Super Bowl and who I think is going to be in the Super Bowl.
Just fucking pick who's going to be in the Super Bowl. Damn it! I don't give if you like them, have given them lap dances, have chugged off all the fucking NFL players in the world.
You wishing that Lamar Jackson would just come to your bed? You know, who gives a damn?
Lamar Jackson and me don't get along because he destroys me in fantasy when he plays me against me.
That's not the only time he destroys you, apparently.
I'm not sure what that means.
Oh, you know. Oh, you know.
I think in the NFC, you got to go I mean, as long as Detroit gets home field advantage, I got to Detroit. I think hard to go against them. I would really not like Kansas City to be in there, but I'm gonna go probably KC and Detroit.
So I don't think you guys are taking into consideration how banged up Detroit is.
They've been banged up for like 3 or 4 weeks, and they're still beating, thrashing
but they're
people.
beating shitting teams. Though we'll see tomorrow.
They beat the 49ers, are not that bad.
The 49ers are dog shit.
They've been okay
They
last
lost
weeks.
Brock Purdy in that game.
Yeah.
And it was still 34.
And they were losing for most of the game, and then Brock Purdy went out and they got their shit together. Also, 49ers defense was the only thing keeping them in there. That offense was shit. I think.
Oh, neither defense was good.
I don't think the Chiefs are going to be.
The Vikings
I
always
think the
choke.
Bills. I definitely think you could see the Bills.
The Bills choke. I mean, the problem is like the Baltimore and the Bills always choke in the playoffs too.
Yeah, but
They
I don't think Kansas City's that good this year.
I don't think they're either, but those two teams always choke, and that other team has to find a way to win every time.
I'm trying to think who in the NFC could. I mean, I like the
If
Vikings.
if the Bengals get in there, it could be a little sleeper story. They put up points like nobody's business.
I like.
Yeah, they need a fucking miracle to get in though. They need to win, and then they need both Denver and Miami to lose.
Yeah.
I like the Bills from the AFC side. I think the Bills.
Their
got a good
defense is not
chance.
super impressive either.
Yeah, you're right. That's fair.
And the Ravens defense is not impressive at all.
I'm trying to think who. Well, they're supposed to get what's his face back. The
You
linebacker.
could choose Philadelphia if they get Jalen Hurts back.
He's got a concussion, right?
Yeah.
He's been out for 3 weeks with it. But I don't know. It's a question: are they just kind of slow playing it too because they're kind of locked in?
But you could choose Philly.
Who else?
The Rams aren't a bad choice.
He's gonna go with the Vikings, who are another team that chokes.
I like the Vikings, but I don't see them being Super Bowl. I think their defense is good enough to get them to the Super Bowl.
That's fair.
potentially.
They do
They have a ton of weapons in that offense.
The Rams are good. I mean, Sean McVay.
The Rams are not going to make it. They're not. They got to win. They're too young of a team. They're not going to make it.
Sean McVay's a really good.
Aaron
coach.
Donald's going to come out of retirement for the playoffs to win another to point up to his finger for another ring.
That would actually probably help them. But
There was another guy who was thinking about coming out of retirement for the playoffs. I forget who it was.
Jerry Rice. He's going to go
No.
one more run.
Teddy
baby.
Bridgewater came out of retirement.
Yes. Yeah,
Teddy Two Gloves trying to get that Super Bowl ring.
Yeah,
he's on the Minnesota team, right?
yeah. He's
Detroit.
No, he's
Detroit.
at Detroit.
Detroit.
Yeah.
Yes. There was another guy who was thinking about coming out. Maybe he was a running back, or no.
The Cowboys released Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah,
so
so
he-
he-
Le'Veon
Yeah.
Bell coming out of retirement.
no chance.
I don't know. I mean, I don't like Green Bay. I think Green Bay is a soft team. Detroit, I think, is.
But they
pretty
turn the
good.
ball over too
Oh,
much.
let's be honest. Nobody's choosing anybody from the NFC South. Nobody's choosing the Falcons or the Buccaneers.
Green Bay turns the ball over too much.
So then you're right. It's got to be either Philly. I mean, Detroit might luck into it.
It's
It
Philly,
could be
Detroit.
Philly, Detroit.
Detroit can
I
score.
like the
Detroit can
Vikings.
score a lot of points, so that helps them.
Yeah. Well, they got a great coach in that. I like the Vikings. So I'm saying either Vikings. I'm going to go Vikings.
If the
Bills.
Vikings get home field advantage, I'm flip flopping to the Vikings.
Yeah, tomorrow's kind of a big game. I think whoever wins that game is going to win the NFC.
Yeah, whoever gets home field advantage, I think.
Because the Vikings, are they playing them right in Minnesota or is it in Detroit?
No, it's in Detroit.
And that helps Detroit because in Minnesota it's a tough place to play.
As we're drinking this, did you guys see the U.S. surgeon wants bike cigarette packs wants to put on alcohol packaging that alcohol can cause cancer?
Sure, it does. Okay.
But I did read that light beer is a good way to not have issues with that. So,
Way to go, Coors Light. You're
but
doing-
also it's a thing of daily use.
Yeah.
So if you're a daily user of alcohol,
But if you drink enough to one day for the rest of the week, does that count?
I don't know. I think
Binge
it's-
drinking is not good for you.
I think the like long-term exposure, like daily exposure, is kind of
Yeah, I
like
think-
when you're a cigarette smoker.
yeah.
Yeah, you smoke 3 packs a day. Or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. I forget what. And then what Frank was saying that I was watching something. I like. It sucks, but I go into phases of like diet sodas, and diet sodas are really not good for you either.
They're banned in Europe.
Because they
Like when you're in Italy, you can only get like a Coke Zero and a Coke. You can't get like a Coke. Diet
how
Coke.
is Coke Zero different than?
Like, I mean, so I guess whatever sugars are in Coke Zero or whatever the sweeteners in there, that's okay, and the ones that are in Diet Coke are not okay.
I can't figure out why. Like, I don't know
How they determine one's better than the other, I have no
Yeah.
idea.
Like, how could they not just figure out? All right, this is going to be safe to consume.
That's why I think like with the infrequency that I drink a pop, I just drink a regular one.
I don't like the. It's just too much.
Yeah, I drink what I drink. I drink the baby cans, like the little.
Yeah.
the,
I'll
the
have
little
one.
8 ounce cans.
Yeah.
That's all I'll do.
I'll do one of those here and there. I'm trying to figure out if there's anything else from the.
But
week
like a
that-
full on like I don't want like a double gulp of like regular Coke
No.
or something.
Those were back in the day. Me and Chris used to do double gulps from 7-Eleven. It's weird. To be as healthy as we are at this point, it's almost a goddamn miracle. Like the amount of double gulps, 3 liters, candy, chips, just garbage that we ate in our lifetime. Not great. Also, did you see that like 2 or 3 days before New Year's Eve, Puerto Rico lost all power?
I did. It was the day before.
Did not see that.
I saw that. Yeah.
They have all power back now.
Trump's like, us remember who's coming in, baby.
Well,
He's like, we're going to sell Puerto Rico and buy Greenland.
doesn't he? What else does he want? He
He's going to
wants
make Canada be a state.
He wants Greenland for defensive purposes against.
Yeah.
Against Iceland.
Yeah.
Those damn Icelandic people. They're dangerous.
And then there was
those damn trolls.
On New Year's Eve, the two there in Honolulu, there was a guy who had over 50 pounds of fireworks. Light went off, it fell, shot into the bigger and just blew up.
It went wild
and killed 3 people.
Jesus.
I mean, you do see some of these fireworks people do. Like, you wonder if people don't get hurt with it. Honestly, like my neighborhood when they do like the down the block, like they're blowing off shit like boom, 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 boom.
Oh yeah, and then you had the fun mystical beverage of alcohol in there. And
yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah,
that's why it's one of the worst days for like hospitals, like ambulance drivers and shit.
On 4th of July or New Year's Eve?
4th of July.
Oh yeah, 4th of July is like, and it's.
I don't know. New Year's is quite this bad.
It's also so gruesome. Like these poor people who have to see things like this. It's absolutely disgusting. Like
look at the football player that one do it like a handball, mangled hand.
Pierce, right?
Yeah, Paul has
Jason
Pierce
Pierre-Paul.
Yeah, yes, and he
JPP.
He was playing up until I think maybe a year ago.
You know me.
Yeah, absolute craziness on. I mean,
Chicago had a nice little firework display. I saw some stuff of it downtown. They
oh
all
really?
Bridge and stuff. They
did not know that.
They basically like the merchandise market counted down. And they blew up all stuff on the firework on the bridges.
Like all the bridges had them.
Yeah,
yeah.
It was
supposed to be really nice.
Cool looking,
yeah.
Did not see that.
Didn't see it either.
I saw videos, but I didn't see anything like that after the fact.
I mean, when is Biden done?
6th, January 6th.
Oh, is it? I thought
I think next week, right?
I thought the inauguration was like the 20th. Yeah, so he's done the 19th.
The insurrection was on the 6th. My bad.
Yeah, they don't get that wrong.
Pat.
That's going to be a national holiday before you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be Trump's going to be like the day my return started.
Oh, okay. Last news is: did you guys? I guess talking about prices and things. Guess how much the Golden Globes, like gift bag? Like how they give every actress and actor. All that they give them gift bags.
The golden what?
Golden Globes.
Oh, Globes.
I forget what they call that. Like a.
Sorry, I think you said golden gloves, like the boxing.
Like maybe it's for the host, or maybe it's. I don't know how it
gift bags to all the people. Yeah.
Guess how much this year's worth?
$150,000.
Oh.
500,000.
They value it at $1 million.
Jesus, I like a couple years ago, I knew it was like 250,000.
Who was paying for this shit?
It's all sponsored. It's all sponsors because like.
Oh, because they wear it. They wear it and they put it on their. Yeah, okay. I guess that kind of makes sense. That's wild. It's like a Super Bowl commercial. It's like just outrageous amounts of money.
The only time
you should mail them a bunch of DLM magnets.
I should send them
or S&P podcast sweatshirts.
I should send them a wedding invitation. Hope maybe they'll send me a bag.
Lord, we got $1 million worth of stuff in here. How do you know? It's just soap. No. It's $1 million. Trust me.
Don't worry,
Will Smith's gonna put it on his Instagram, and we're gonna be rolling.
Pierre's gonna get a lovely decanter for his wedding. Don't worry.
She would be so mad that we got a bunch of shit. She would just be like, "Why did you get all this shit?"
It's probably the size of that bag is probably nowhere, not like anything that's big. It's probably just carried home.
There's gonna be some like makeup in there, and Pierre's like, Lauren's gonna be like, "I want this," and Pierre's like, "No, we gotta sell this."
Yeah, Jesus Christ. All right, last one actually. Oh. I wanted to bring this up. I forgot, but under the South Korean thing, talking about like Trump and seeing, the Republicans are not having easy a time of it to start. Their Speaker of the House has already not had a vote of confidence yet. Like he went up for vote to be Speaker again, and he's been. Was it
the Democrats last time they had like the 90 people it took to get through, or was it the Republicans last time?
Oh, the Republicans. But I heard that they voted the Speaker of the House in on Friday.
What is last week's news?
The Louisiana. Oh,
Mike Johnson. The Speaker of the House, I thought I think he's, maybe his first vote was a no.
His first vote was a no?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize they had multiple votes. I thought Jesus, again?
But the problem is, they'll try to vote again. The problem is, they're trying to send a message.
Well, I mean, I read yesterday that he got voted in.
So maybe, no, I don't know. I'll have to double check it.
Okay.
The Browns lost 35-10.
Ah, son of a bitch.
Fuck. I spent money on that too. Damn it. Fucking Chris. Shouldn't have listened to him.
How in the hell are they not going to cover 19.5? No team ever covers double-digit spreads.
covered with some room to spare.
God damn it,
Shitheads.
Chris. All right, well, you got some tittle bitties.
No,
You got to make me some money now.
You don't pick the Browns to cover 19.5, I guess.
Apparently, yeah, the Browns can't cover a double-digit spread.
Also, I want to be known as champ for the rest of the year, by the way.
Yeah, just look up that I'm right about Mike Johnson.
No.
Pat, let him know.
Who's Mike Johnson?
The Speaker of the House now.
Look it up, Pat. Also, fucking Chris.
It's not my fault
I believe it is. Why did I ever listen to you?
because normally I make you money.
This year, it's probably 60%.
I mean, that's better than most years.
Fair point. Fair point.
And I believe I won us $25 in pick'em. So, and you haven't won us anything this year. So shut your mouth.
Could be this week.
Could be, but you're not picking.
All right.
All right.
I'm
All
looking-
right. So it's kind of you're kind of both are a little bit right.
I didn't know that there was multiple votes.
No, there was not. So what happened was multiple Republicans initially did not cast a vote. So he did not have a majority at the time, and then they eventually cast it.
Yeah, because he was going to lose to the freaking Democrat.
Yeah.
That got all the Democrat votes.
And then so they eventually cast it, and that's what happened.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, they flip-flopped.
American politics, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a fun 4 years.
Yeah, they realized that they were about to lose to.
I can't even go to Canada anymore. It's gonna be a state in 2 years. Fuck.
You don't want to go to Canada.
Also, Canada doesn't want you.
What about the? Are we gonna? You see, the Trump wants to declare the cartels to be a terrorist organizations, and he wants to send the military after them.
I don't think Mexico's going to allow that, but I
Well,
mean,
if they're I mean, I don't think it'd be good for U.S.-Mexico relations, but hey.
No. And I mean
that wall. When he told them Mexico was going to build the wall, and the Mexican president laughed in his face, I don't think that was good either.
The wall's deporting 30 million people is going to cost no money, Chris. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I can't wait until the deportation czar gets here to Chicago. It'll be great. He was here before Christmas, and then I don't know what happened. All right, Peter, I got you your first one
It's
here.
like it's cold, man.
Overs are 9-1 in NFC South matchups this season, including 5-0 in Panthers games. Take the over. It is 47.5.
so Panthers.
Falcons, and the Falcons need to win to keep their playoff chances alive.
Okay, I like that one.
Who would have thought the Panthers would, or the Falcons would not win that division? Huh?
I mean, your boy Baker Mayfield down there is just.
Baker's had a good year, and then Kirk's had an awful year.
Yep.
We should see where he lands next year. If they don't sign, is Purdy a free
I
agent?
can see him going to.
Is Purdy a free agent?
But don't you think Aaron would be a good spot with San Francisco?
No,
But they might think he
I think
might
Aaron's.
retire.
I think Aaron's done.
I don't know.
I think he's washed. I don't think he can play anymore. He can't move.
That's
oh,
fair.
is it? Yeah.
He just can't move.
The Bears are 0-7 outright on the road this season, 2-5 against the spread, and unders are 6-1 in Bears road games. I take the Bears to lose, and I take the over in this game. Actually, not the under. The over/under is 41.5.
Do the Packers have anything to play for?
Yeah. Seating wise. at
Yeah.
least.
Do they have seating wise?
Yeah. If they win and Washington loses, they get the 6th seed instead of the 7th seed.
Yeah, we're getting thrashed. If that's the case, then we're getting thrashed. The only thing that make it close, I thought maybe if we were playing all backup Packers.
I don't think so. And then your last one, Peter, is your boy, Aaron Rodgers. Or no, never mind. It's not Aaron Rodgers. It's the Bills versus the Patriots. Overs are 6-1 in Patriots home games this season and 7-1 in the Bills' past 8 games overall. I think you take the 38.5 and you go over.
Oh yeah.
And
Okay,
then
so I like that over,
Bills
and I
might get
like
that-
the over with the.
The Bills make it 30.5 by themselves.
Well, I think they're sitting a lot of people.
They still might look at you see how bad New England is?
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, they were not good. And then there's one other one.
But they beat the
Do they
Bears.
try to draft? Do they try to draft another quarterback?
I don't think May's been that bad.
Okay.
It's been more. They say the coach is terrible.
Oh yeah.
And this is one I don't think you bet, Peter, but
Also,
this
have
one,
a very poor talent around.
that's
him.
what I find interesting, and I think I would bet against it. But the Broncos are 7-0 against the spread as favorites this season. No team in the Super Bowl era has gone 8-0 in a single regular season as favorites against the spread.
Do they need to win to get in?
They do, but the over on their spread is they're favored by 10.5.
Who are they playing? Who are they playing?
They're playing Kansas City.
Oh, Kansas
They're
City.
10?
Kansas City's not playing anybody, right?
I don't think so, but I just don't see like
Did you see that Kansas City's stranded in Kansas City? They can't get this game because they're stuck in a blizzard.
get out really.
Yeah, they're stuck.
Okay,
in,
well, now that may change it up. Maybe you do take
10 points is a lot of points.
It is. But you know what I told you about the 19.5, so.
I know. But Andy Reid is too good of a coach, I think.
I saw today that Matt Nagy might be a candidate for the Saints coaching job. I'm like, you guys, don't do it. Don't do it. It's a trap.
Oh yeah,
He doesn't call the plays. He doesn't do anything.
You know what's crazy? I heard the story how Sean Payton told Ryan Pace, right? Not to take the Bears job as the GM.
Oh, you mean Ryan Poles?
Right. No,
Pace was good for him.
Oh,
He was going to
Pace.
say he came in the Saints organization.
Yeah, and he told him not to do that.
Pace was not a good GM either.
He didn't draft well at all.
Nope.
All his draft was terrible. I didn't think his personnel moves were
His
terrible.
first two rounders were complete busts.
Yeah.
Never saw Getty of the field ever.
All right, and now my favorite segment of this podcast is
The
Feel
Peter
Good
McGraw, the PM, Joe C. Lock of the Century of the Week.
No, we're not doing no Joe didn't phone one in.
No, he didn't.
Well,
Joe was supposed to tell me, give me more of a time frame. He is doing some things, and I said, well, we don't really have plans tonight. Feel free to give me, and we could come back and do this later tonight. Give me a more firm time frame when you've got one.
Well,
And
give us the Joe C. Lock of the Century of the Week, sponsored by Peter McGraw,
I am going with the
Chicago Bears.
no. Let me take a Jesus Christ no.
Yeah, baby.
Nobody likes
Bear
the
down.
Bears.
Bear
Da-da-da-da. I'm
Caleb Williams,
going
4
with-
touchdowns, 400 yards.
Can I go with the Ravens to beat Cleveland?
Will they cover?
I'm
Shut
going
your whore
to go
mouth.
with the Peter Lock of the Century of the Week
Doesn't sound the same.
as
It doesn't, but it's still good.
the PM
The PM, Lock of the Century of the Week.
is going to be the
PJM.
Houston Texans over the Tennessee Titans, who are trying to get the first overall pick.
Yeah, the Texans had nothing to play for too, right?
Yeah, but the Tennessee Titans really want the first overall pick.
Yeah, they're going to lose that
They
game.
gotta pull Lovie Smith here.
No, they're not. They're not going to be as dumb as Lovie Smith. I guess.
They told Lovie he was getting fired the game before, so it's kind of on Lovie.
Yeah, that was kind of no.
But
that's
honestly, they should maybe thank Lovie because they got number 2 and they picked Stroud and they didn't. That
Yeah, that's
worked
fair.
out better for them than Bryce Young
Oh,
at this
yeah.
point.
All right, boys. All right, let's get into some feel good.
Yeah.
It feels good.
Let's see here. Do-do-do-do-do. This is kind of crazy. Cat missing for 7 years is reunited with family in a Christmas miracle. Pat had his own little Christmas miracle.
Yeah.
He lost the cat and found the cat.
Only 18 hours though,
Thank God.
Jesus
and
Christ.
8 of those hours I was sleeping.
January night sky lit by planet parade with excellent viewing of Mars, Venus, and Jupiter. If you're in an area, you can see stars.
That's what I figured.
When we were in Palm Springs, you could totally see Jupiter. There's actually like a night scanning app, and you can scan and kind of see where things are going, and you can see you could totally tell in the sky there was something out there, and then when you scanned it, it was
Can you see Uranus?
Britain wildlife.
Your mom
baby-
did.
Hey.
Britain's wildlife baby boom continues. There were no seals, and the next day there were 200. One day there was just no seals, and the next day there was 200. Not saying that's accurate, but like they were on the extinct, and now there's 200 seals.
I saw a video of a
Oh,
seal
okay.
today that there was like a girl on the dock and the seal jumped up and grabbed her and ripped her out from the water
Wait, what?
like a seal. He was like the girl was like on the dock and the seal.
This is a long time ago, though.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
So I saw a video.
Yes. Yeah. It was
I
a little girl was, and they grabbed her by the end of her skirt and threw her in, and
Yeah.
the guy jumped in and grabbed it, but like,
Yeah. She's
they-
fine.
Yeah, they were way too close to the wildlife.
Don't be fucking with the seals, bro.
Yeah, fuck.
I'm
Jesus
sure you've
Christ.
seen this video too. It's just-
I'm sure I have, but
couple
it's just
years
like
ago.
it blows my mind. Like normally you see like these seals and they don't. I mean, like I know some of them can be ultra aggressive.
They're
but
not like on Seal World, you know.
Yeah.
So this is kind of a nice thing and also kind of a sad thing.
Sounds like a good story for Feel Good.
Minnesota summer camp for HIV positive kids closes down because there aren't anymore.
That's good.
That's great, but then also that poor camp where
Yeah.
people.
Maybe they can repurpose it for something else.
That's what I was thinking. There's a summer camp for adults.
Send Pat Lynch's ass there.
I would love to
Do some arts and crafts.
I never did
Some archery?
a
Fuck
stay
yeah.
away.
Do some archery. Get that blob thing. I want the blob thing. Yeah.
Oh hell yeah! If they have the
yeah.
blob, I'll go with you, Pat.
I want to go to the fat camp.
So actually, Joe. So maybe Joe's ears were burning. Joe said, "Hey, I'm moving the Christmas stuff right now, but now Sarah and her mom are possibly talking about sleepovers."
Oh.
Nice.
I'll be honest. I think I would be pushing very hard against Nene and the sleepovers at all times if Drew's family lived near us.
Okay. Global project of the year turns 1 hour car ride into 5-minute journey along the seafloor.
Wait, what?
Okay, so let's see if we can get into this one real quick. The
That's like
frigid
my own
waters
butt,
of a bay in northeastern China are the site of a remarkable feat of engineering. that won global recognition for its accomplishment. Bolt to the seafloor in 6 individual segments, the tunnel spans over 2 miles of water and connects the peninsula-bound city of the same name with the mainland. So it changes a round or trip that would take 1 hour. Now it takes 5 minutes.
Nice.
Wow, that's kind of impressive.
That's insane.
That is. Wow.
And, I mean, the behind that is it's saving on all the car fumes and all that shit.
So, like, is this like you're not driving this tunnel? You're like either.
No, I think you are. It's like kind of like how England has all those.
Kind of like the underground like railroad thing. Okay, that's kind of cool.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
It's always this is so dumb, but it's always surprising to me when they get like all those concrete in water, and it all sits there nicely, and it just no.
Do they
issue.
form it beforehand and then just drop it in?
I think they do kind of.
You might be right, Pat. I thought what I also think I've seen is they push steel beams down and then they put breakers down and then they suck the water out of the middle and then they pour concrete into that.
That makes sense.
I was thinking like almost like like a tube. Like
You put a tube and you suck the tube out, put the concrete in, and then that could be opposite too.
Yeah.
And keep the.
We're not engineers, clearly.
Oh yeah,
hell no.
we're just the dumbest people alive here.
Yeah, don't take anything we said.
Some engineers are going to tell you in the comments, you guys are a bunch of fucking morons.
Yeah, well, we're
but then when he goes out and tries to tell his friends like, "Hey, this is how you do this. This is your tax," and like, "No, you're a fucking idiot, bro."
No,
I'll
the
learn.
best comment of 2024 was this is why you don't give white guys mics. This is the most boring podcast I've ever heard. And listen, we take that with pride. We definitely try to be as boring as possible.
That guy was also upset they got no fantasy advice. So
you should have phoned him with some questions. I'd have happy to answer them for him.
Well,
you could have sent me an email about fantasy advice, and I would have given it to him.
Oh.
I mean, you probably wanted it from the champ, but we won't talk about that.
I mean, I did make the playoffs in 4 leagues. So hey.
The youngest cancer patient treated with nano knife is now cancer free.
Nice.
So we gotta look up what nano knife is.
That nano knife. That doesn't sound good.
All right, let's see here.
It's like it implants you with like a little knife and it just cuts away.
Oh, I'm trying to see if we can. Oh, here we go. Out of control invasive crab species has met its match.
Yeah, the otters. The otters up in like Portland or Seattle or somewhere. Yeah, they're taking them to town, baby.
Cute and hungry otters. Otters are just motherfucking crazy.
They're really cute though.
They are really cute, but you do not.
Yeah, they're
You don't mess with them.
they're like my orange cat. Really cute, also destructive.
It's just absolutely ridiculous. Okay, and then last one here. Neglected beagle. Freed from 4-foot chain, enjoys the first cozy Christmas thanks to anonymous caller.
Hell yes.
And it looks so goddamn happy.
Hell yes.
Here's a crazy thought. Or a crazy fact, and then we'll get out of this beautiful podcast. First one of 2025. Can't believe it's 2025. Can't believe
Pat's back here.
Yeah, Pat came back, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, I know you people were worried about
I was
him.
holding out for a new contract.
I saw.
You didn't get it.
Didn't get it. Okay.
I saw a fact on Snapchat. And this S&P fact because I didn't check it. That like when you need steel in your body, like for like bolts or like any of that type of stuff, that all that steel has to be sourced from sunken battleships. Because any steel after 1945 has radiation in it. Contains radiation, so you can't use it in the human body.
Feels like you're going to run out of steel at some point, though.
No, and that was up until 2022. They figured out something else. I don't know what they're doing now instead.
That'll kill you for sure, whatever it is.
1,000%.
Probably.
The best comment I ever saw was like, I'm going to get on that Ozempic train, not because I'm fat, but that payout, that like epic lawsuit's going to be great for all those people who are going to start losing legs and livers and all fun stuff.
But you look good for a couple months.
I mean, some of these people that I know that are taking it are really starting to look great. Like, really do look like
you actually let her take it.
Yeah,
personally.
Yeah, and it's working and they look great. And
Big Mike's been on the Ozempic train before it was popular.
yeah,
But that's for diabetes, right, or whatever. No?
something like that. Yeah,
That's what's actually it's supposed to treat diabetes,
yeah,
right?
It's help with that. Yeah. But also, so that's why he's lost a lot of weight. He looks great. Me and Chris have to do it the old heart.
I had to do it. I didn't. Yeah, I wasn't. I didn't get
starving
on the
ourselves, cranky, angry mofo's.
Having Pat Lynch chase me around with the carrot.
But listen, I'm super excited for
that.
another year in this beautiful podcast. What is this going to be our 4th year, 5th year?
Feels like 10.
Yeah.
And on that beautiful note, ladies and gentlemen, do us a favor, hit that subscribe, like, comment. Welcome Pat back at the S&P podcast at gmail.com. or write an email.
And if you want fancy advice for the 2025 sixth season, send me an email. I'll get it out there for you. I'll get my notes going.
Thanks, Pat. I think everybody was really hoping for that. Actually, I need to do a little more research because all these rookie guys coming up, all the guys that I know are probably on the way out, and all these guys coming in are the guys.
Are you saying you won a championship like John or like who grafted all the old guys in like their last good years?
Yeah, I feel like that's what I did with this in the ESPN league. Justin Jefferson was probably the best pick at like 7 and 8 that I got.
Yeah, he had a good year.
Yeah, and but I mean I think all the other guys were old. I didn't have any rookies really.
Just remember that the number one running back has never repeated as the number one running back the next year.
Who do you think the number one running back is?
Saquon Barkley.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't.
And then I think Jamar Chase is the number one receiver, and he has not. And the number one receiver also not repeated.
Yeah, he's not. He's.
But
probably,
he might be primed actually to get the targets if he can stay healthy because
T. Higgins going to go. Yeah. Yep.
This is what you can sign in for next year, boys. We're gonna
we're gonna get Pat Lynch is gonna get out his S&P email list. Email him and he'll send you
only
tips
only $5.99 for the premium stuff. Those are the deep sleepers.
Those are dude. That's all these podcasts now to survive because I guess YouTube doesn't pay you shit. Everybody's they do a podcast.
Patreon.
Here. You got to go to Patreon. You got to make that's where and hope that you have fans that'll pay for it. Which I'm not gonna lie to you. I've never. I don't think I could ever. Pay.
This is why we all have jobs, guys. For the record.
Yeah. Yes.
This podcast will most likely always
also
be free.
we don't. I mean, I don't want to actually put any real effort into making this. But watching all those like real podcasts, all that editing stuff. Forget about it.
We should just have guests on.
I mean, here's the problem. I don't even think our guest episodes have all like really our best episodes.
No, we got to get to like find real guests.
Oh, like cool people. No one's coming on this podcast, bro.
Got to pay for them.
There you go. No, that's
I'm not.
That's what people do. They pay for people to be on their podcast.
Yeah, 100%. Like I don't know. I forget who's. I think I do. The only one I really knew. I know all of them get paid. I forget what the hell the guy was talking about. But he wanted like 20, or I think AJ Brown wanted like 50,
the receiver.
Yeah, like he wanted like $50,000 to be on an episode, on a podcast. I forget which podcast it was. Like, but he wanted like $50,000 and he wanted all these things. And then on Theo Von, he had the Catch a Predator guy.
Chris Hansen.
Yeah, and he had to pay for him. He flew him out, put him in a hotel, and then Chris Hansen put all this shit on his room service. And so Theo Von had to pay for that. Yeah.
Oh, what a dildo.
Yeah.
And you walked in, so Chris.
Yeah. They have like a remake of that.
So let's talk about your...
Talk about your room service abuse, you piece of shit.
And on that beautiful note, ladies and gentlemen, have a great, wonderful weekend. Hopefully you're sticking to your New Year's resolutions. If you have one, if you don't, well, enjoy your life because some of us are not. And on that beautiful note, get us out of here, Chris.
Yeah, this podcast will always be free. Bye.
Because of things like that.
Yeah.